So I know what you're thinking. Call of Duty multiplayer game modes tier list? Yep, here we go. So I would preface this by saying there's no zombies on this list. And then also we got a few criteria. We're gonna go competitiveness, fun factor, and then I guess the third one is replayability slash like ability to play with your friends or solo. Like the versatility of the game mode. I think all those are related. So number one, banger. Sabotage A tier. It wasn't in a lot of Call of Duties, I don't think. I only remember playing it in like Black Ops 1, I think, and maybe a few other games. But basically, for those that don't know this game mode, there's a neutral bomb, and then each team has like a bomb site near their spawn or on their side of the map, and you have to try to get the neutral bomb and blow up their team site or eliminate the other team in sudden death. Essentially, it's kind of like search and destroy combined with demolition almost. Very competitive, super fun in my opinion. It's like obliteration and Battlefield. Played the fuck out of that. So good A tier to start us off. Actually, I think I'm gonna knock it down to B tier because it was only in a few games from what I remember. I could be wrong. Sharpshooter, C tier. So of the wager matches, I think this was one of the worst ones. Basically, you get a random weapon every 45 seconds, or maybe it was a minute or 30 seconds. It was around that time. We'll go 45. And everyone in the lobby has that weapon. It's like 6-man free for all, and it was a wager match. And I don't know, it just wasn't as fun as the other ones, which we're gonna get to. Gun game. I'm gonna go S tier, dude. This is a classic wager match. It's been remade in like pretty much every Call of Duty since it originated. Amazing game mode. You cycle through the guns basically, and the first to 20 kills wins. Always ends with like a combat knife or ballistic knife, and true test of skill. You can have fun with it. Just knife people, set them back. It's hilarious. Or you could just go try hard. Money in the Dank. I'm gonna go B. I was gonna go C because it's only been in MW3, but I'm gonna go B because this game was so fucking weird, but it was also so much fucking fun. Basically, what you did was it was kind of like Sabotage, except the guy who had the bomb was a Juggernaut, like one of the Riot Shield ones with a pistol. And you can just get weird with it and have fun, play with friends. Free for all, I'm gonna go with A tier. It's kind of like I'd say TDM's the classic Call of Duty game mode, but free for all is kind of like the solo version of that. So it gets knocked down for, I guess, ability to play with friends. I mean, I guess you could, just not as fun. Retrieval, I don't remember what this one is, so I'm gonna go with D. I'm gonna put this as haven't played. So we're gonna make C. We're doing this on the fly. I probably have played it, but I don't remember it, so it's going in the haven't played category. So C is gonna be the lowest tier. Bare Bones Pro, C tier. I mean, who fucking played this game mode? I'm pretty sure it was in MW2. Basically, it was like 4v4, no kill streaks. Like, it's fucking miserable. It took away from like everything that MW2 had to offer. Like, I ain't trying to sweat that game. I'm trying to just dick around and drop a nuke with the FAMAS or some shit. One in the chamber. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go B. I think it's a step up from Sharpshooter. I mean, it's not as fun because you like respawning isn't as into it, and basically like the way I played it is you pretty much only have one in chamber at all times. You just shoot people, and if you miss your shot, then you're fucked. I don't think it's as rewarding skill wise. But once again, it would be C if it wasn't like a wager match style game. Headquarters. Ooh, I'll go S. It's basically King of the Hill, man. It's one of the first competitive game modes. I think this is in comp. No, it's yeah, King of the Hill. You have to fight for a headquarters, and then in between rounds, you can't respawn, and you just gotta destroy the headquarters once you eliminate the team. You get points for time and objective, like usual, like hard point. Kill confirmed. All right, since we're here, I'm gonna go A, kill confirmed. We're gonna go S, T, D, M. Where are you at? They kind of parallel each other. Same with free for all. Actually, while we're here, behind enemy lines, C tier. So we know these two game modes, kind of the classic Call of Duty game mode. If you want to hop on and play a game in under 10 minutes and enjoy yourself, however you want to play, team deathmatch or kill and confirmed is your best bet. There's some people, if you don't like objectives, yeah, these are the two game modes for you. I personally like objective game modes, but I can't deny like the iconicness of these two game modes. And then Behind Enemy Lines was kind of like TDM slash Infected, but it was just weird. It was only in like the retro CODs, which I only played a few times. I don't know. I didn't have fun. Cyber Attack. I don't really know that game mode, so we're just gonna put it in haven't played. I could look it up, but I don't think it's worth it. Infected. Ooh, we're gonna go A. I want to put it in S so badly. This list is biased though. So I think the only knock on it is not competitive enough. I mean, you want to win, but like how many times, unless it's like certain glitched maps or whatever the fuck, the infected team always wins, which I don't know, it kind of takes a second away from the fun, but it's also like a party game mode, like 18 player lobby, so you can always have fun, I think, which is why it's an A tier, and it's great to play with friends and just anyone. Like anyone who doesn't play Call of Duty could hop on that game mode and have fun. Ground War, this is bias right here. This is Battlefield bias 100%, but I don't give a fuck. It's my tier list. Ground War, S tier. Dude, this fucking game mode was Conquest from Battlefield with kill streaks. And if that doesn't get your dick hard, I don't know what will. I love this game mode. And I also like tried to win it. I had so much fun with my friends, your squad. We'd fucking like tag team tanks and shit. Just I don't know, just being menaces to society in these fucking lobbies and dropping fucking white phosphorus on them. Prop hunt. I think it's basically like infected, but with props. I mean, how often does the hiding prop team win? Like you see your fucking TikTok feed, like some insane prop hunt clutches and shit. But ultimately, this game mode you play with your friends if you want to have fun. There's not much skill involved, I'd say. I mean, maybe a little bit with hiding. Team defender. I don't know what that is. We're going haven't played. Train to destroy. Ooh, we'll go A tier. Um, one of the classic like competitive game modes. Basically, there's two bomb sites and you try to defuse them, or plant or defuse depending on if you're defending or attacking. No respawning. I think headquarters, search and destroy, and hardpoint were like the original three competitive game modes in Black Ops 2. Because I remember watching those a fuck ton back in the day when they had ranked play. So I think like as far as objective game modes, they're some of the best. Um, War. I want to go B because I fucking love it, but it was only in one game, and the game was average. I mean, it went back to boots on the ground, but the class system kind of sucked in this game, and I don't know if that took away from War. But basically, it's like a random. It's an objective depending on the map, and you're either attacking or defending. I think you switch sides, but like for the one where the repair the bridge, that one was fucking brutal on the attack side because you just run out in the fucking open and get domed by snipers in the back. That's one I remember vividly. All or Nothing. This one was only in like one or two CODs, so I think it's also C tier. Basically, like you start with a pistol with no ammo or some shit, or like a throwing knife or something, and you have to work your way up. And then I think you had like a delayed respawn. It was kind of confusing. I wasn't a huge fan. Domination. I'm gonna go B. I would put in A, but because it's not a competitive game mode, it's gonna go B. It's basically like the equivalent of kill confirms. Whereas like I think TDM's more classic. Domination's also classic, but yeah, wait, not kill confirmed. I was gonna say demolition, wherever the fuck that is when we get to it. But three flags, capture them, respawn game mode, drop some kill streaks. I mean, the only issue is like you get backfilled a lot in these fucking lobbies, and there's a dude with 100 kills and like 6 chopper gunners, and it's just stupid to start. Gridiron. This was kind of like capture the flag and uplink, I think, combined. There was like one football in the middle, and you had to throw it to your teammates. I think it's C tier because I think it was only a few CODs. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but just not a ton of like playability. No access to the casual player. Capture flag, A tier. For some, this is not a competitive game. It's not a like ranks game mode, I should say. But it's very good for like XP. The people that always like fucking race to get to the highest level when COD comes out, they play this game mode a lot. depending on the COD. It's very skewed. Um, Straightforward to capture the enemy team's flag. You could hop in and have fun. Search and rescue, I'm gonna go B. It's kind of like search and destroy, but not as classic. Basically, you can like revive your team effectively or make them respawn if you get their tags. But if the other team gets them, then they're eliminated. I don't know. I don't think search and destroy needed that. Maybe I guess you could make the arguments more casual, but I'd argue the opposite. Like you could just fucking bait people with tags. I don't know. Reinforce. Why don't I remember this one? It sounds familiar. I'm gonna go have him played. Just be safe. Demolition, yeah, I think this is pretty much the same as domination. The only difference is it's 2 bomb sites instead of 3 flags, and there's attacking and defending instead of just neutral objectives. I vividly remember in this game mode, like if you're defending and you had a dog shit team that just kept getting backfilled and you had a bunch of streaks, you just let them plant one of the bombs and it adds like 3 minutes to the timer and you just fucking farm them. Got good times. Drop zone, ooh, I gotta go A tier. I think this was added to comp and or ranked play in some seasons or some games. It's kind of like headquarters, except you have a care package as your reward, which I think is kind of a cool concept. As someone who loves like RNG and gambling in video games like this, I think it's a good addition. It makes the game so much more replayable, and this is really fun to play with friends when it came out originally. Team tactical. We're gonna go C tier. It's kind of like it suffers from like what Barebones suffers from. It's a wannabe ranks, but it's not. If you want to do ranked, do ranked. If you don't. Um, I think it's just too between the line. I don't remember what I know it was in OG Black Ops 1. I don't remember what other games it was from, but it's kind of like didn't make its decision between being competitive or not. Hardpoint S tier. Uh, Another one of the classic ranked game modes for Call of Duty. Super fun to play casually too with your friends or just solo queue and be a bot on the fucking hard point. It's always fun to do. Get the objective kills as well. Sticks and stones. I'm gonna go A. I don't think it's as good as Gun Game as far as the wager matches go, but it's still fucking good. It's not as competitive as Gun Game, I'd say. It's only knock, but it's still equally as fun. With the crossbow, Bowie knife, combat knife, and ballistic knife of some sort. Uplink, oof. I think that's a good B tier. Essentially, it's kind of like Gridiron, except I think there's a satellite each. It's like Capture the Flag, actually. Um, Except you throw it through a hoop, but if you dunk it, you get more points. So if you play it like actual Capture the Flag, you get more points. But if you throw it in, you can throw it to your teammates too. So I think this was better than Gridiron, but not as good as Capture the Flag. So right in between is the perfect spot for it because it's kind of like a combination of the two. Maybe Gridiron's a combination of these two, however you want to look at it. Blitz, that's C tier, dude. I think you just fucking ran in the enemy's spawn to score points. Like it was kind of stupid. It was in Ghosts. I don't remember what other game modes it was or what other Call of Duties it was in, but that was all it was. I don't remember playing this a ton, so easy C tier. Honestly, probably the worst game mode on here. Cranked, I'm gonna go B as well. Basically, you get a kill and you have like 30 seconds to kill someone else or you die. I believe you get movement speed along with it. So it's kind of a cool concept, but I just remember like you kill someone and run around the map and then you just fucking die. And it's kind of funny. War and COD 3 and World War. I'm gonna put this in haven't played. I know what it was like. Like you kind of conquer sectors. It wasn't the same as War and World War II, but I mean, it best would be C tier. But I'm just gonna put it in haven't played. I don't want to disrespect the name. Safeguard. Another one where the cheesesteak bias comes in. This is definitely an S tier game mode. Basically, one team has to escort the robot, the other one has to stop them from escorting, and you can disable it. There's a lot of strategies involved. I think there's certain checkpoints and shit, some stipulations. I think it first appeared in Black Ops 3, which best Call of Duty of all time, biased. And it was super fun to play with friends. I remember having a ton of fun with this game mode back in the day. So I mean, I'm comfortable with this playlist tier list. I'm gonna go back through real quick and make sure. Yeah, I think these are the top 6 game modes. I'd say the hottest take was Ground War because there's only in a few games, but fucking biased. Yeah, I mean these two game mode, like these two categories right here, S and A. You can't play one of these game modes and tell me that you didn't have fun at one point playing it. Same with, I think, even same with B. These are kind of like the average game modes, in my opinion. These are above average, these are below average, and these are the ones I haven't fucking played because they probably have been in like one COD or just obscure shit, or I probably played them before and just don't remember. But yeah, I think I'm gonna continue this Call of Duty tier list type. Maybe I'll make a tier list of Call of Duty games. Maybe I'll make one of kill streaks. Maybe I'll make one of Call of Duty tier list. I don't know. We'll see. Get weird with it, but peace.